online with us, waziri wetu na wafanyikazi wako wote, our minister and all the staff of this department, and the graduates, the parents, the friends of the graduates. Is it still good morning?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It gives me great pleasure to be part of this auspicious occasion as we celebrate the end of our journey that we have walked zealously and with great enthusiasm and commitment. I take this early opportunity to congratulate. We all celebrate your achievement. I sincerely thank your tutors, the University of Central Missouri and Global Classroom Exchange led by Dr. Brad for taking you through, and John Ngui for taking you through the first part of the course successfully. As we enter the next phase of the program, we do hope that the same commitment and zeal will be exuded. In my opinion, this is where the rubber meets the road. Ladies and gentlemen, of entrepreneurship can help us to tackle some of the greatest challenges that we face locally and globally. At a time when we are still working to sustain the global economic recovery and put people back to work after the COVID-19 pandemic, and it isn't quite finished, helping people and especially the youth to start new businesses can spur the broad-based growth here in Makueni and around the world. At a time when the world is more interconnected than ever, we've got unprecedented opportunities to help more people access capital and resources and networks that they need to succeed. At a time that we are facing challenges that no country can meet by itself, like lifting people out of poverty, combating climate change, preventing the spread of disease, helping social entrepreneurs mobilize and organize, brings more people together to find solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurship breaks down barriers between cultures and between faiths at a time when we need more than ever the capacity to understand and work across borders. No one understands this better than our young people, like those of you who are here today. More than half the world's population is under the age of 30. In some countries, it's an overwhelming majority, and there are also countries where youth unemployment does exceed 35%. And when so many young people don't see a future for themselves, if they don't see a path to success, it holds the entire nation back and can be a recipe for instability, conflict, and violence. I therefore congratulate you most sincerely for opening your eyes and charting your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, I do see in front of me a rich mix of entrepreneurs who seem to have the knack of seizing every opportunity that comes their way. Young people looking to start a business to put their audacious ideas to the test, as well as fresh graduates who cannot wait to fulfill their ambitions. I commend you all for focusing on enterprises that stand the test of time and that address the basic human needs. As you join the business world, I implore upon you to embrace technology in your enterprises. Through the deployment of new technologies in commerce and in logistics, in the management of well-developed and highly efficient global supply chains, enterprises can now enter into new markets of their choice much easier than before, reaching out to target customers effectively in different countries at every corner of the world at any time of the day. Enterprises can, having regard to their own profiles, pick the most suitable partners with the requisite comparative advantage and push their products and their services into the most profitable markets. These are online platforms such as Amazon, Alibaba, eBay in recent years. It is a clear demonstration of how innovations have altered the traditional way of sourcing and supplying new materials, as well as production and marketing of goods and services. Businesses that leverage technology and innovative solutions are better placed to compete globally and able to capture growth opportunities for the future. The enablers that we are putting together will allow our young entrepreneurs from day one to dream big and to not only think local but to think global. I therefore urge you to look out for innovative strategies in your businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs who want to succeed in today's business world must have key qualities like agility, which is the ability to adapt to various challenges nimbly, creativity, the flair to create novel solutions, and grit to persevere in adversity. All these traits and more will go a long way in enabling you as young entrepreneurs to stay ahead in an increasingly volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environment. Graduates, while the government seeks to create an ambient ecosystem for entrepreneurship, the role of the private sector is equally important, perhaps even more important, in supporting innovation and startups. This program is therefore a proof that the two can work together and realize great success. I would like to congratulate all finalists and award winners. Your creativity and entrepreneurial spirit are highly commendable, and I wish you the very best in your journey to being a successful entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish, as I conclude, to share a quote from Frederick Buechner. Your vocation in life is where your greatest joy meets the world's greatest need. This applies to every one of us, whether we are educators, entrepreneurs, or civil servants. It means that our jobs are not just jobs, but our calling. For every one of you here, your vocation is in innovation and entrepreneurship. You are driven by how you can develop a business model, prototype, product or service that caters to an unmet demand. In time to come, it may address a specific need, not just in Makueni, but in the region and in the world. So, as I conclude, I really want to thank the University of Central Missouri Global Exchange Program, Mike, and all the mentors, business mentors who have walked this path with us, our minister and our staff, and the students who volunteered in this beginning program, the two cohorts. Let me call them our guinea pigs in this particular program. Sometimes people start something that looks small, but with time, it is realized that it was a big dream that was dreamt because of the products that will ensue from it. The young lady who talked before, and I think the gentleman, they talked about some millionaires, and it was echoed by Waziri. Some millionaires being present here with us because of how they will deploy the knowledge that they have learned. I want to be more ambitious than those who talked about millionaires and say, we pray that there are billionaires from here. And that is not impossible, by the way, who will even have a large heart to begin something like this for very many young people in this country and on the continent. And I think we were told that if we sit down with the 15 graduates, they'll be able to share how this program can be replicated in a broader way so that it is enjoyed by many people and it is beneficial to many young people in our country and beyond. For me, what I really value with our relationship with the UCM and the Global Exchange and the partnership with Mike and entrepreneurs who want to give to the younger generation, it is to create models for that. Because we have, for example, worked a lot in the youth space, and yet we fail to produce very workable solutions. So when we partner with people who wake up at 3 a.m. In their country, and we begin to develop this model, in actual fact, if we had just even developed the model first, without even them teaching us, that would be a very, very important step, because that can be replicated. But because of their generosity, they have helped us to begin to develop that model as well as implement it. So that we have now, I believe, even TOTs who can, Sambaza, take forward this. And it's a fact that it isn't because we have really paid them much, given the extent of the work, but it is because they were also, like when we found oil, anajaribu kusambaza oil huku kwetu, and the brand who, and because in America they are waking up at 3 a.m. And I think somebody challenged who can wake up at 3 a.m. to do things. I can wake up at 3 a.m. to do things because sometimes by 3 a.m. I'm not asleep. Because we need to give our country time, and especially time for young people. So I really salute you. And the ladies behind us there, movers, people who move things in real selfless spirit. Because many politicians like myself, they talk about we sacrifice, we do all sorts of things. But when you look at the sacrifice, you discover it is sacrifice for self. It is not for larger community. So we really honor you. We thank you all. And our graduates, please use this information. Continue to grow what you do. And I'm sure, even now, many of you can attest that this course has made a difference in the way you think about your business, you model your business, you do your business, and I am told there's something called the bottom line. And also the bottom line is smiling at you, even if it is wearing a face mask. It is smiling at you. And very finally, Mohammed Yunus of Bangladesh, in his work, the Nobel Peace Prize, the Nobel Prize winner for economics, he has told the world that there are many problems to be solved. And those problems that have to be solved, politicians will try to solve them, and many times we solve them halfway or quarter way or 1/8 way or whatever. But when one gets a problem, and through social entrepreneurship, you focus on changing that situation, even providing water, even making governance in water better, even purifying water, even selling water, even tracking water. In any given sector, you find there are so many business opportunities. And so as you make your own profit, you enable community to make social profit. And therefore, I am expecting that like this, we will somehow partner because his organization has established schools of social entrepreneurship, business and social entrepreneurship, that even us, with the guidance of Ngui, Brad, and so on, we will also team up with them so that we can, even at subnational level, establish a school of entrepreneurship to help young people identify the problems that we keep on complaining politicians are solving. And we say, even if they don't solve them, we are going to serve them through the private sector. And I am a believer that, and this is something we are trying to do in Makueni, I'm a believer that many of the problems that we have will not be sorted out by politicians, but by the private sector. So when young people are entering this space, you know, I can see a promising future unfolding. So you guys, when you make your first million, or if already you have made your first million, when you make your second, please just remember to bring only 1 shilling to me. Asanteni.
Thank you very